Hi Gemini, welcome to your properly getting tongue-tied at the moment. Welcome to your April 2020 Taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And remember, at the moment, I am so close to 50k. It is absolutely there. Like, I can literally taste it. So if you are already a continued subby, thank you so much. If you know somebody that could subscribe to me, please help me get there. Once I hit the 50k mark, you will see there's going to be something huge that I announce. So with that said, let's get into it. I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's see what the 1 month ahead has in store for you, my dear Geminis. So Venus is coming into Gemini soon and will retrograde there as well, which is going to be lovely, I think, for everybody. All right, so let's have a look, see at your month ahead, your actions and interactions with the world at large. You have the Knight of Cups. Now, this is a gorgeous card. So your actions and interactions with the world at large, this is what you do, right? It's how you show up in the world. Now, the Knight of Cups, I usually see this as offers, opportunities, declarations of love. You know, people coming to share things with you, or people coming to, you know, to offer things to you. But this is in your action sector. So this month, Gemini, it's all about you. This is about you this month saying, you know what, I'm going to go after or ask that person that I really fancy. I'm going to ask them out. I'm going to ask them to go for coffee. This could be about you with a job offer or a job opportunity, or even an offer of collaboration that you're reaching out to somebody. This could be an idea that you have and you're kind of taking it broader or into bigger or different markets. Maybe this is you sharing with people. And what I love most about this card for you is this is about you really getting out into the world. Now, I use that term very loosely because obviously we've got the current climate, right? But yeah, Knight of Cups, really, it is that. It's about you getting out into the world. It's about you approaching the world in a really sort of kind and loving way, yeah, for sure. But this is about you reaching out to people in order to share your purpose, whether this is an online course, whether it's some sort of study, whether it's some sort of community that you want to create, whether it's a declaration of love. This is about you marching out into the world to reach out to people, to connect with people, or to connect with the world in some way, shape or form. It also tells me that rather than waiting for opportunities to come to you, you are making opportunities for yourself. You're going out and going after the things that you want, rather than waiting behind for them to kind of, you know, rather than sit back and say like, oh, I'll just wait for the world to come to me. You're going to be waiting a long time. This is about you getting out there and saying, no, you know what? I'm going to go after this. I'm going to go after the things that I want. This is about you getting more sort of proactive about creating the life that you want as well, which is gorgeous. For your money and materials, you have the Two of Swords. This is about following your instincts when it comes to your money and materials. And when it comes to your finances, this could be a month where you uncover some sort of skill, some sort of new revenue stream. Maybe it is you deciding that you're going to go in a certain direction. For a lot of you, this does look like it presents some sort of, not fear, but some sort, it looks like it presents you with some sort of like, oh, I don't know if I'm quite ready for that yet. It looks like it moves faster than you might have anticipated. You've just got to be along for the ride. One of the key taglines for the Two of Swords is about trust. trust in yourself, trust in your gut, and trust in your hunches. When it comes to your gut, your intuition, your hunches, your you know, those little niggling moments of your psyche, or your you know, maybe even your psychic ability coming through, you've got to trust it. So not quite a leap of faith, it's more a case of, you know, being along for the ride and going with the decision that you've made. But money looks like it will be steady this month. I don't see any big increases, I don't see any big decreases. I just feel like it's kind of a steady flow for you, but it does look like you're moving in a new direction when it comes to finances, and it's kind of like you're just going to have to go with it. You're just going to be like one of those, well, you know what, I said I was going to do this, or I wanted it to happen, and now it's happening. I just have to go with it, stick with it, because I feel like it's going to be a really good thing for you to do this month. For your communications and conversations, you have the King of Wands. So it could be that this month you're reaching out to either authority figures or people that are in some sort of a uniformed profession. This could be anything from a doctor through to a policeman, anybody that's in any sort of uniform or some sort of governed profession, let's say. That's probably a good way to put it. Maybe you're reaching out to some kind of a specialist. Maybe you're talking to somebody that is you know, somebody that has a title as their job. So as an example, a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse, you know, what else, a PhD, you know, people that have titles as their jobs as opposed to just job descriptions, if that makes sense. Now, when it comes to your communications, this is going to be a month where you will find so many reasons to laugh. You are going to have your sense of humor completely intact this month, which is great. I think, I can't remember the date that Venus moves into Gemini, but that will be taking place soon. In fact, I think it's, by the time I get to this reading, no, I actually think by the time we get to, I think it's like by the time we get to mid-April, Venus is going to move into your sign, and she's going to go retrograde in your sign as well. She'll go retrograde, I believe, on the 13th of May. So she's traveling through your sign up until the 13th of May, and then she's going to backtrack. And then she's going to go back forward. So she's spending quite a lot of time there. This is really going to make you more beautiful to people, but it's also going to present you in a light where people are receiving you and understanding that you are an authority, and that actually, even though you are an authority, you're still, you know, like a regular everyday person. Now, outside of that, and as a person, you would be looking for a fire sign male. This would be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. This could be somebody that is fun, vibrant, feisty, somebody that commands respect naturally, but has that sort of easy, approachable humor about them as well. And this is something that you will greatly benefit from this month. All right, with that said, let's check out your heart and half. You've got the Star card. For those of you that are single, you're meeting a fire sign male this month. Now, because your Star card actually represents the sign of Aquarius, but it's also a glimpse into the future. Now, this is the challenging part, right? As people that are naturally gifted, intuitive, psychic, you know, connected, let's say, sometimes we meet someone and we know instantly that we're going to be with that person. They don't necessarily know that, and by sort of saying it to them from the offset, you come off a little bit crazy, okay? You come off as that, you know, that sort of person where someone's like, wow, you're amazing. Isn't it awesome how we click? I've seen that we're going to be together for quite a while. Straight away, the first thing that goes through your mind is like, okay. Elvis has definitely left that building. So my advice to you is this month, when you get that inkling from meeting somebody, and for those of you that are single, you are definitely meeting somebody this month. You've got Venus in your sign. She'll be going retrograde in your sign later on as well, which means she's spending a lot of time there. This really does say to me, that a lot of you Geminis are meeting somebody really special this month. The problem is you can't let them know what you know, especially not from the outset, because it just comes off as weird and a little creepy, actually. You know, I speak from experience, and even though I knew that myself and my partner would be together for a good while, I rallied against it, and I also didn't risk saying that to that person because it could really creep them out. So just consider that this month. For those of you that are partnered, it looks like you guys are finding your way through. It looks like you guys really are committed. Geminis have so far had the best news when it comes to relationships out of all of the signs. I love this for you because it speaks to the longevity and the enjoyment that's going to be in your relationship. There's a lot of spontaneity coming through this month, a lot of fun, a lot of vibrancy, a lot of just pure sheer enjoyment. It might be a little bit annoying actually to the people around you, because you and your partner are you're going to be on that sort of almost telepathic level, and you'll be laughing about things and giggling over things, and everyone else around you is going to be like, okay, the teenagers are back. Right? There's just going to be that energy, which is great. Enjoy it, love it, live it. So let's have a look at your weeks of the month. This month you get the first, wow, so you get the Emperor, right? So this person, this fire sign male or fire sign person, let's say, is very likely to be an Aries. I say that because you've got the Emperor here and it's in close proximity. So your first week of the month, yeah, look at this, really proactive, going after what you want. I mentioned a person in uniform. The Emperor there very often represents the institutions, hospitals, houses of law, courts, universities, schools, all of those things. For some of you, this might be deciding to go back to school or deciding to teach in some way, shape or form. This could be where you're meeting this new significant other if you're single. It also looks like this is where you start to establish where you're going from here. What does it look like for me to step forward? What does it look like for me to really stand up and be counted and to do what it is that I feel like I'm meant to be doing at this moment in time? The other thing with the Emperor as well, it can sometimes see you having to step into the limelight or step into the shoes of the leader. You might find that this month that, you know, you're kind of thrust into the leadership position in some way, shape or form. For your second week of the month, wow. All right, so you've got the High Priestess right underneath the Two of Swords. Whenever you see these two cards together in close proximity, it represents a person of immense psychic ability. This is a true psychic, a true medium, a true conduit for, you know, prophecy. That's what I would call it. Your High Priestess is about the intuition. It's about psychic persons, feelings. The fact that you've got this here in terms of your money and materials, it's the Two of Swords. That's a double up energy. If you're seeing a psychic this month, if you're seeing a seer, a prophet, if you're going to see a medium, whatever, whoever this person is, they are very gifted. I can tell you that without a doubt because this is a double up of this energy. So when it comes to money and materials, whatever hunches, dreams, nudges, intuitive sort of nudges that you get to go in a certain direction when it comes to the money, follow it. This is a double energy, a double hit of this energy. So follow your psychic hunches, especially when it comes to your money and materials this month. For your third week of the month, you have the Temperance card, your direct opposite in the zodiac. Now, while this person is likely to be in uniform of some sort, or maybe even an Aries, they could also be a Sagittarius. So very likely that they're going to be one of those two fire signs. Temperance represents the sign of Sagittarius. Now, in your third week of the month, your Temperance card is reminding you to have conversations, to, you know, and it's not to say that everything's going to be a laugh and a joke this month. It just means that you're finding the humor in everything and you're able to look past things. You're also able to find the meaning in things this month. So you could be having some really deep, profound conversations, but there will be moments dotted through it of laughter. So it's kind of like, you know, you could be sitting there talking about the you know, the profundity profundity of life and death with somebody, and then you both just sneak in this little joke in the conversation that might seem to the outside completely inappropriate, but is actually hilarious. But what is temperance? It's blending this and that, bringing different things together. So this third week of the month, let your humor and your love of humor and witty banter, let it reign supreme, because you could really find that you're able to traverse this whole month and life from here on in by what you learn over the course of this month, about how to blend the heavy with the light and all the rest of it. So your fourth week of the month, you've got the Fool card. New things, new places, new people. For those of you that are single, there is definitely somebody coming in for you this month that is just going to blow your socks off. I absolutely love this. Whoever it is, this is somebody that you're going to be with for a long time, depending on your age, possibly even for the foreseeable future. Remember, the Star card often predicts things that are very far in advance, so usually like 17 to 21 years. And the Fool card here is, this is a double hit of Aquarian energy as well, because the Fool card has a very Uranian energy about it. So I really, really like this. For those of you that are partnered, for those of you that have children, it does look like you are hearing about a surprise pregnancy, one that was not planned, one that was not even intuited or thought about, although some of you might get a little inkling, and like you're just waiting, and then they come and say, oh, we're pregnant, and you're like, I know. It could be one of those situations. But for the most part, even for those of you that are partnered, this looks like a really gorgeous energy, because it means that there's a lot of fun, a lot of laughter, and a lot of vibrancy here. What a gorgeous month. Really gorgeous for relationships especially. But yeah, whoever your psychic is, whoever your seer, the person that you're going to see, the person that you're going to have read for you, whether it's an astrologer, a tarot reader, a psychic, a medium, whoever they are, they're super, super gifted. If you're training to do one of these, you're going to tap into your gift this month in ways that you never even thought you were ready for. For your key to the month, you have the Magician card. Magician card rules Gemini because it is Mercury ruled, right? This isn't just about you being a master communicator. It's about you truly understanding the power of the written and spoken word. It's about you moving into a position of authority and also being very well respected for what you do, and people coming to know you for what it is that you do. Now, this isn't you this isn't you discovering a new one, a new place or forte. This is about you having whatever it is that you're working on now, whatever it is that you're doing or training for. That is your niche. That is your forte. This Magician card just says that you take it to the next level. All right. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.